Did you hear the saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. I do not agree with the saying, in my experience of 30 years of participation in spiritual community shows me something different. I believe that if you want to go fast, go together. If you want to go far, also go together. In this video, we will discuss many interesting scientific facts about our body, about our emotions, hormones, and how the participation in community miraculously transforms our condition. Collective spiritual practice is called Dharmachakra. Chakra means circle. It means a community of the people. It means ecosystem that promotes a particular goal. And Dharma, what is Dharma? Dharma means spiritual nature, the most innate characteristic that makes human human. What is our Dharma? It has 4 dimensions. Number 1, growth. I want to grow. So if something stimulates my growth, if today I feel stronger, happier, more energetic, more motivated, more intelligent than yesterday, so I feel that I am growing. And I appreciate that which catalyzes that growth, that which stimulates my evolution. So this is number 1 of Dharma. I must grow. If I have stopped growing, that's a great frustration in life. Second, to find your place, to be in your place. When you are in your place, when you are in harmony with yourself, you know, what am I doing? What I am doing now, the place I am now, is exactly where I need to be, where I want to be. It is exactly what I need to do, what I want to do. So this gives tremendous happiness and bliss. Now my cameraman, he is looking at me and he is smiling. Many times I come in the morning in a very good mood and I start speaking, something poetic and, giving different ideas, expressions. And what to do? Because I have in me overflowing, I want to express it. And then he says, so Dada, I see you are quite high. The hormone is coming. The hormone is flowing. I say, yes, the hormone is flowing. So hormones and harmony. Harmony with yourself, harmony with entire existence, entire universe. Third, service. I want to do something that will leave a mark in this world. I want to do something out of my fullness. When I'm so fundamental, I'm so rooted, I'm strong, I'm stable, and there is a great feeling of welfare. I'm abundant. That's internal feeling. It's not about external circumstance. Many people, they have a lot of money, they're very rich, but they don't feel that kind of stability. They don't feel that kind of, sense of welfare. So real service comes from the sense of welfare. You want to share, you want to give, you are overflowing. And that's my need. Everyone has that need to serve. Service is not slavery. It's like, service is when I do without expecting anything in return. When I expect that you praise me or you don't scold me, when I avoid pain, when I seek for pleasure, that's not service. That is a slavery. Service is when you are really free and you out of fullness you express. And fourth, immortality. We are seeking for immortality. I had experiences like that. I'm sitting in meditation. I'm rising higher and higher and higher. And finally, I feel I was never born. I will never die. I am a spirit. I am wearing this body just like wear the cloth. I have changed so many bodies, and this one, I will finish it one day, and I will put on a new body. So this is a glimpse. I saw one time a movie. It is called Yogis of Tibet. And there was an interview of one great yogi. He spent like 20 years in the cave, meditating in retreat. And then he said, you know, our spiritual leader, he asked me not to leave this world. I was supposed to die many years ago, but he said that your Tibetan culture will miss you. You are an artifact, you are a phenomenon that we don't want to lose you. Please live a little bit more. And he said, I have agreed. So I am continuing living as much as I can. When you have dismantled your mind in meditation, when you achieve the state of consciousness, whether you live within the body or you live without the body, doesn't matter, because you are eternal spirit. So that is also one kind of, you can say, spiritual instinct, an attempt to achieve immortality. We see in the physical world, you know, people today who are very rich, what they want. They just want to continue living as long as they can. Everybody wants to. So we push our progress, the medicine. There's so much money poured in the research how to live longer because of this instinct. So Dharmachakra is the circle, is the ecosystem that promotes the fulfillment of these four instincts, that awakens those instincts in you, those spiritual dimensions in life. So very interesting what happens. I'm not going to tell the whole process of Dharmachakra. It's very, very advanced. I will just simplify it to three basic things there. Number one, collective singing. Number two, collective meditation. Number three, collective meal. So when you sing collectively, what happens? And there is a special singing, actually. You are not only singing, but you're also dancing. So there is a simple dance which is called Lalita Marmika. There are gentle movements left and right. And in my observation, when we achieve a complete synchronicity, I move left and you are moving left. And in rhythm, there is a feeling as if the whole space is breathing. Beautiful. And we sing also in a synchronized way. So when this synchronicity is attained, the cortisol drops. The chaos in the mind gets pacified. You suddenly feel supported. Suddenly the boundaries of your ego, of your resistances, of all the walls, suddenly they start to dissolve and you start feeling that oneness. Immediately, the endocannabinoids, the nice substances secreted with your brain, and you feel that warmth and you feel the happiness. Oxytocin is being secreted. You feel that connectedness. We are one. We have become one. And endorphins. What do the endorphins for your body? The pain threshold is getting raised. So pain disappears. You are not feeling anymore. Like if a person is drunk, he doesn't feel pain because of the substances, of the chemistry of the body. So either you find a way how to reduce pain. There is a pain of existence. Sometimes people feel psychological pain, sometimes they have physical pain. So if they are in a condition of pain, they are going to look for some solutions. There will be some solutions to escape the pain. Alcohol, substances, games, whatever. Or you give your brain what it wants by a very simple and healthy collective practice. So there has been lots of research done on that topic about the collective singing. It was found out that it increases, improves longevity and the general well-being, the sense of well-being. Now, meditation. So what happens in meditation? There is a synchronization of alpha rhythm and theta rhythm. The alpha rhythm is something very beautiful. I tell you, I love alpha rhythm. It's something which, musicians or sportsmen or, high-performing personalities experience, and they describe it as a state of flow. You just don't want to come out of that. You enjoy. So when you meditate collectively, you go into that alpha rhythm. You sit together in the quietness. There is peace. And you feel that peace very deeply. It goes into your bones. That peace. Because the chaos in the mind is not anymore. It has become pacified. You have become focused in that concentration. You enjoy. So there is a synchronization of the alpha rhythms, and there is amplification of the alpha rhythms. And theta rhythms. What is the theta? Theta is the state of creative insight. It's the moment of brilliance. When you just, wow! When you discover something, amazing moment of brilliance. This also happens due to collective meditation. In yogic language, it is described as Sambit Shakti, or the force of awakening. The best way how to get that force of awakening, how to get the fresh ideas in your life, fresh inspiration in your life, is to sit together and meditate. And the third thing is collective meal. When you eat food together, it is the feeling of family. Our current socio-economic structure makes us unhappy, unfortunately. And we see so many people have to use antidepressants. Because, why? Because we are not supposed to be doing what we are doing now. We need our people to be with. People used to exist as a clan, as a community. Imagine, like 30, 40 people, you all living together just like one family. You feel supported. There is no anxiety in your life. You feel you're part of, as a clan, we endure and we survive. So this is what we need. And before, we used to have big families, then smaller families, and now no family. There is a very high divorce rate. People live separately. Yes, there is freedom. You say freedom. But what is that freedom? If there is no love, no connection, no real human connection. So collective meditation, it creates also. Ideally, we would have very strong families. Because in my belief, family is the first spiritual thing. The lower chakras, individuality, I. Here, Anahata chakra starts friendship and love. You start to feel we. And this is the first experience of divinity. In that love, we can experience glimpse of divinity. So I really believe that somehow we need to restore that family institution, that faith in the family. And then family, and there is a bigger family as a spiritual community. And then there is a bigger family, the entire humanity. So in this, I would argue that collective spiritual practice is not some kind of hobby. It's not some kind of luxury. It is a fundamental necessity of life. The psychology changes. You start to feel very secure in life once you have collective meditation. You feel the sense of welfare and you feel the security. And out of that sense of security is much easier because the brain doesn't work when you're insecure. You know, there was this experimentation about IQ measuring. They measured IQ of people who experience very strong financial difficulties. And their IQ was at certain level. Then they gave the same people like 500 euro to you. And then again measured the IQ to the same people. And it was like 15% higher. I don't remember exactly the numbers. Because brain doesn't work when you are in the state of fear. The brain doesn't work when you're insecure. So it provides the welfare, it provides the basis for your progress and development. But collective movement can be also dangerous. There was this famous experiment in the 50s about dissolving of personal responsibility. In the experiment there is a doctor, there is a person who is supposed to answer questions, and if he's answering questions not satisfactory for the doctor, he is getting electric shock. And there is a third person who is pushing the button to give the electric shock. So the doctor, wearing the white dress, you know, very respectable, he is saying, no, he answered wrong, press the button. He presses the button, it gives electric shock to the person. And then the person there, he is saying, please don't, I feel pain, don't give pain to me. And the doctor says, no, we must continue with the experiment. Press the button. I take all the responsibility. You don't have you don't have any responsibility. I take all the responsibility. And he kept pressing and pressing and pressing. And every time the electric charge was higher and higher and higher. Actually, it was all, you know, drama. Both doctor and the person who is receiving the electric shock, they were the actors. But they were very good actors. And he was screaming, he was begging, he was asking, please don't give me pain. But doctor said, no, give pain. We must complete this experiment. So legend says that 30% of the participants of the experiment, they press that button that's supposed to give even the mortal shock to the person. So when somebody takes responsibility, it dissolves our feeling of morality. Another experimentation is about our conformism. 5 people, they're saying something completely wrong, and you know it is wrong. But everybody says, no, it is right. And then most of the people, they conform. They say yes, and they repeat the same thing, and they become part of the collective. For us, it is more important to be part of the collective than to be morally right. So that's why it is said in Tantra, Satsangena bhaven muktir, asatsangeshu bandhanam, asatsanga mudranam, samudra parikirtitam. Good company leads to liberation. Bad company leads to greater bondage. Avoiding a bad company and seeking good company is mudra sadhana, a special chapter in the practice of Tantra. So this is so important for us, because if we are under the bad influence, we lose slowly. It is just our nature. You can think, no, I will not lose. I will not lose my sense of morality. You will lose the sense of morality if you are under sufficiently big influence, negative influence. That's why the format of Dharmachakra is so great, because it is based on the principles. We are here together, not as the football, fans, or not as a political party, but we are here to practice our Dharma. We are here to practice the moral principles. And meditation itself, it will crystallize your I sense. You will feel, no, this is wrong. I do not agree. You will slowly develop that sense of truth inside of you. And you get the benefit of the community, and at the same time, you keep connection to yourself. This is a perfect balance. If you want to experience, I would suggest you come to one of our retreats. Come to Sweden. Sometimes in retreat, you know, like first participation in collective meditation, many people report, and myself also. Like first time ever you do collective meditation, you cannot concentrate. And there is more chaos in your mind. You cannot control your thoughts. Because this field which is created is just too much to take for you. But if you continue with that, you will start experiencing great concentration and great peace in your mind. Many times people in retreat, not everybody, but like 5%, they feel so uncomfortable, they want to run away. And I catch. I said, why you want to run away? Oh, Dada, this is not for me. I can see the storm is raging inside of the emotions, inside of the mind of the person. And I just, yeah, you can leave anytime. But maybe you try to stay half a day more or 1 day more and then see what happens. Just do the experimentation. You can leave anytime, you can go anytime. And then the person will stay. And then by the end of the retreat, is so happy. And Dada, thank you very much for the talk. That talk has changed everything. Now I feel so great. I feel so inspired. So this, it takes a little bit of adjustment. But once you have adjusted, you feel extremely powerful in the collective meditation. Also, to make a little more, like retreat is a big thing. But to make a little smaller adjustments, you can just participate in collective meditation in Zoom. Even, of course, when you meet personally, it's much better. But even if we meet online, we also get synchronized. So I will leave the link for the Telegram channel, and there we always post the announcements about collective meditation. Yeah, and if you want me to discuss this topic further, I am planning also to record video about the principles, how to build a healthy society. What is the difference between healthy community and some kind of cultist, sectish, unhealthy community? So I think I need to record that video. What is the responsibility of the leaders? What is the responsibility of the participants? If you want, I can record that type of video. And if this topic is interesting, write your questions. And in one of the Monday's streams, myself and Didyananda Devapri, we will discuss this topic thoroughly. So, and what is your opinion? Do you think friendship and love are still a thing? Still important, and we should try and struggle to maintain them despite of the risks? Write in the comments. Thank you and namaskar.